Good day, everyone. Welcome to Trinity Music Academy and Eli Services Limited. This particular keyboard was brought to us by one of our customers that resides here in Lagos. The model of the keyboard is Motif XS8. That is the model of the keyboard. The complaint about the keyboard is that whenever they are using the keyboard, it can just change sound by itself and bring out another sound, and sometimes the beat can just start to play, sometimes the arpeggio can just come up, and sometimes it may not function at all. So when the keyboard was brought here, we just lose the function board that they complained about, and we just place it on the ground. So when the keyboard was switched on, this is what we got. So we couldn't change the settings here. Anything is not pressing, it is just stick like this. So the keyboard is not actually producing sound, but according to the owner, they said sometimes it may produce sound and it may malfunction. So with the condition on ground, that shows that we are working on this issue of PNL, all these PN panels. That's what we are working on, but some of them are still functioning, like this particular one now. Let's see, and this one too is functioning. So these ones are not functioning. I think this one is functioning. Yes, the octave is functioning, octave up and down is functioning. So but all the voices, all the sound issue, they are not functioning. The issue of voice and sound, everything here, they are not functioning. So when you have this kind of fault, the first suspect are the PNC, all this one. And when you want to suspect, you can just suspect, or you just have to test or diagnose the buttons here to know which one has issue. I'm talking about the switch buttons here. And after that one, you have to check the microcontroller here. It's at the back. It's an IC. So it's a microcontroller is here. Then we have another microcontroller here as well, and another microcontroller here as well. So the microcontroller is controlling the volumes here. The microcontroller is controlling the volume and these switch buttons here. But the microcontroller here is controlling only the switches here. So, and if everything is okay with that, then you can now move on to the digital motherboard to diagnose if there's anything obstructing the signal coming from the e-bus driver. I'm talking about the tone generator, the master tone generator, to confirm what exactly is the issue there. So we are going to diagnose the keyboard now to know what is the issue so that we can rectify it. And after that, we will let you know what we do on it, then play the keyboard so that we know that the keyboard is not functioning very well. So we have actually diagnosed the keyboard. Like we said before, that there are four suspects when you have this kind of issue when the keyboard is malfunctioning. So the issue can be from this particular panel, it can be from here, it can be from here, and it can be from digital motherboard. But it can never be from the audio panel, this jack panel, because the microcontroller that you have here is only controlling the assignable output here. So it doesn't have anything to do with any of these PNL, any of these sideboards. So it doesn't have anything to do with this and this and this. So I just wanted to show you from the circle diagram what can be the issue with the keyboard. So like we just said, this is the block diagram of this particular keyboard. So this one is for the first panel, panel. This one is for the second sideboard, and this is the third one. So from what we have here, after we diagnose, we discover that the e-bus driver from this particular IC, which happens to be the tone generator, you can see this line here is e-bus driver. Anywhere you see e-bus driver, it is just like the one that is distributing signal. So it's the one that is distributing signal from this particular IC microcontroller to the one here. You can see it's the same thing that comes here. It's the same thing that comes here, and that distributed the signal up to these three components, up to these three sideboards that are here. So that is where we have issues. So in between those places, we have some components on it, so that were given a bad signal. Some of them were shorted, some of them were given over signal. So we have to fix all of them. And we have some buttons on this particular board that are not bad, and all of them were actually replaced, and now the keyboard is actually working well. So we worked on the sideboard, the three sideboards, and we work on the main board, which happens to be the digital motherboard, before this keyboard can be fixed. So if you have this kind of fault, we cannot say this is where you should go, but you have to test or diagnose every component or every part that's involved in that particular fault. That's why I'm saying that this audio panel doesn't have anything to do with what we have with the controlling of all these things. So this one does not have anything to do with it. So the microcontroller here is not functioning as that, except the tone generator we have here and the microcontrollers we have here that will control the volume and all the buttons so that they can work perfectly without malfunctioning. So what we do now is just like to turn the keyboard on and switch it on so that we can confirm that the issue has actually been fixed. So the keyboard is already switched on, so and it has been connected to a combo, and as you can see there's no movement of anything, so everything is working well. And let's try to change the voice. As you can see here, once you press the enter it will stop, but if it were to be before, if you press the enter it will have selected another voice that will not pick. So if you have this kind of fault, all you need to do is to diagnose the parts that are responsible or that are related to that fault. It's not all the components that you need to be diagnosed one by one, but from what we said before, from the sectionalization of the fault, okay, this fault can come from here, can come from here, can come from here. So you have to diagnose those parts, and once you discover the faulty one, you have to replace them with brand new, which is what we have done here. So in case you want to contact us or you want to make any inquiry, just call or send a WhatsApp message to 070-344-81622 or 081-3402-5174. And you can also visit us at number 3 Victoria Close off Orchid Street along Isheri Igando Road, Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for watching.